Basic education remains a critical foundation for Nigeria's human capital development and long-term national growth, making effective investment, implementation, and accountability in the sector a shared responsibility among all levels of government. Against this backdrop, the Universal Basic Education Commission (Ubec) has called on state government to take urgent steps to access available counterpart funds and ensure that previously released intervention resources are fully utilized to improve learning conditions and outcomes for Nigerian children.
The Universal Basic Education Commission (UBEC) has called on state governments to urgently access over 65 billion naira in counterpart funds and utilize about 267 billion naira in previously released intervention funds, saying education resources must translate into visible improvements in schools and better learning outcomes for Nigerian children. The Executive Secretary of UBEC, Aisha Gaba, made the call in Asaba, Delta State, at the opening of the 30th quarterly meeting of UBEC management with Executive Chairman of State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB. Gaba disclosed that states had so far accessed more than 177 billion naira in UBEC matching grants, while over 65 billion naira in counterpart funding remain unaccessed. She also revealed that approximately 267 billion naira is previously released intervention funds remain unutilized across the states.
This is due to the reforms that we jointly introduce and implement. However, accessing is not enough. Utilization effectively must also be a priority. These resources cannot improve education while they remain in accounts. At the same time, we must recognize that UBE matching grant alone should not be the only source for financing for basic education.
UBEC Executive Secretary said the figures highlight the need for states to move beyond accessing funds to ensuring that available resources are probably planned, implemented and monitored with investment converted into measurable results for pupils and schools. She also announced the commencement of the review of UBEC 10-year strategic roadmap, which is being extended to cover the 2026 2035 period. He said the revised roadmap will align investment, strengthen implementation, and respond to the challenging needs of Nigerian basic education sector.
We also have launched many reforms under the Commission, such as ensuring the unaccessed matching grant of UBEC has now been fully accessed by the states, and we're working with them to make sure that it's utilized effectively and it's being monitored. And the second thing we're doing is we digitalize the system of the accessing of matching grants. So now states don't have to do it manually. They go online and they apply and everybody can see it. And we also review it at the UBEC side, we approve, and these interventions must ensure that they address the specific needs of each state.
Stakeholders at the meeting said the hosting of the quarterly meeting in Delta State underscored the national importance of basic education and the collective responsibility to strengthen the foundation of the country's future. They commended UBEC for its continued partnership with Delta State, saying the meeting provided an opportunity for stakeholders to share experience, identify common challenges, and develop practical solutions to improve basic education delivery nationwide.
Technology is central to modern education. SUDEP have distributed 167,707 textbooks, 1,843 tablets, 28 laptops, 13 desktop computers, 64 interactive smart boards, and over 10,000 teaching and learning aids across the 276 public primary and junior secondary schools.
Inclusive education. As we reposition basic education, we must remain committed to equity and inclusion. The girl child, children with disabilities, children in rural communities nomadic populations, children affected by conflict, and those from economically disadvantaged households. Each deserves equal opportunity to learn.
The third quarterly meeting brings together Ubec management, executive chairpersons and chairpersons of Ubec, education officials, development partners, and all other stakeholders. The meeting is expected to deepen collaboration between Ubec and the state, accelerate the utilization of available resources, and strengthen planning, implementation, and accountability in the basic education sector. From Abuja, Marian Inafino, MIT Source News.